Okay, in this video we're going to be doing some shaping. Now without going into the real technical aspect of what shaping does to the endorphins in the brain and lots of other different things, we're just going to concentrate on the real basics. Now what shaping does, hello darling, shaping is the action of you getting your dog to do something without physically telling it or moving it into position to do it. Okay, shaping can be great for training high energy dogs. It's great for teaching dogs how to learn. That sounds like a really strange thing, but a lot of dogs don't know how to learn. Little, come. Yeah, good boy. This is Little. I pulled him out of the pound when he was about 11 months old. He's about 2 now, and when I first got him, he didn't actually know how to learn. And whoever had him before had used a lot of aversives with him, so he didn't want to try things. And what shaping does is encourages the dog to try different things, which is better than shutting down. But in saying that, when you're shaping a dog, there's a lot of non-reward markers, and what that means is when the dog doesn't do what you want it to do, you don't do anything. But if you leave it too long and you're not encouraging enough, that can actually force a dog into shutdown. Yes, you're a good boy. Yes, you are. So what we do in shaping instead is we can do rapid fire treats, which is pretty much click treat, click treat, click treat. As soon as they've done something good and while they're still doing something good, and that encourages them to move to the next step. Okay, so what we have is we have just the items around us. I have a broom, I have a chair to this side, I have a toy, and I also have a foot mat. We're going to use all those, and I'm going to show you how to shape, okay? Alright, the first thing you're going to need is treats. Lots and lots of treats. Usually I just have a container I put on the side, and these are soft treats. You don't want to have something that's too chewy to start with, because you want to get treats into them and them to process those treats very quickly, okay? And I'm going to use the foot mat to start with, okay? So I've got a bunch of treats in my hand. As soon as I pick up and put down that mat, he's actually going to look at what I'm doing. So I'm actually going to click for the baby steps. What I'm going to try and accomplish is to get him actually onto that mat and sitting on that mat. So to start with, hello darling, I might have to click him for looking at it. I might just have to keep doing that. And to show him what I want, I can actually just stare at the object and he'll eventually go, what's she looking at, and look at it. And I'll go click yes, that's what I want. Okay. Now, Little is a proficient shaper. He has done a lot of shaping before, so he is actually going to try things. Yes. Good boy. And there we go. He's already done it. All right. Break. Good boy. Okay, we're going to try something a bit harder for Little. Little doesn't play with toys. I think he's had aversives in his previous home, and so the only way I can actually get him to interact with the toy is to click at him to do it. I'm going to get him to interact with this ball. Sit. Wait. Now the only reason I put him over there is because I want to make things a little bit harder. Yeah, good boy. Yes, good boy. Yes. Hopefully I'm going to get him using his mouth a little bit more. Yeah, good boy. Very good. Okay, let's try the chair. Now, whatever you use, you have to make sure it's going to be safe for the dog. So if it's a great day, you have to make sure it can take their weight. Good boy. So what I did is I looked at the object, and he looked, he went, oh, she wants me to try that. Very good. You can see he's a proficient shaper because he tries different things to get the reward. Good boy. Okay, so he's got he's standing there. If I hold out on him, we'll see what he does. Good boy. So he was going to go into a drop. He's trying something different. Okay, so he's giving us a drop. Let's see what else he'll do. That's a good boy. Whee! As you saw, he put his foot up on the armchair and I clicked him for that. He probably would have done a little bit more if I asked, but I want to do baby steps, right? shaper, this is why I am holding out on him to give me a different behaviour. If he was brand new at this, I'd be clicking constantly for different little things he was doing, even just a little shift of the movement or something like that. I'm going to try and help him with getting his foot back on that armrest again by looking at the armrest. Yeah, good. I've clicked him because he moved towards that direction. Yeah, good boy. I like this. This is a really good one. So I'm going to give him multiple treats. Okay, very good. Yeah. What a star. Look at you go. Well done. Very good. I'm not sure there's much more we can safely do on the chair, so I'm going to release him. Good boy. So we've got Gavin back again. As a reminder, Gav is an 11-month-old Great Dane puppy. He does have some shaping experience, although he is still fairly novice at it. And because he's a bit of a silly boy, he can get lost in his mind as well sometimes. Okay, so we have the mat behind us. We're going to go back to the mat and give this a go, all right? Yeah, good boy. Yeah, good boy. Yay, good boy. If you have to step away to get more treats, you've got to keep an eye on what you are doing, because if the dog offers those behaviours and you weren't looking, not good. Yeah, good boy. Right now I'm looking for any front feet touching. Yeah, good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Break. Right. So with the mats. And the next thing we're going to do, actually I'm just going to pop them over here for a second. Gabby. Alright. Alright, so we've got a broom on the ground now. He's never interacted with a broom before. And I think like most days, brooms and vacuum cleaners are a little bit worrisome. And shaping is a great way of how to get dogs okay with things like vacuum cleaners, granted they're turned off first. You teach them to shape, to touch them, and then you go from there. Yeah, so again, I just looked at what I wanted him to interact with. Now, there's no practical benefit of him interacting with a broom. This is just simply a training exercise or to get him to use his brain. Good boy. Good boy. Now, I'm going to hold out on him because I want to see something different than what he's giving me. Cool. He used his nose. Oh, back foot touched. Could have been accidental, but it doesn't matter. Good boy. You've got a shift in the rear. Good boy. Good boy. And sometimes you will just get them standing there staring at you like, what do you want? And you'll have to use your gut instinct about how long you're going to get them to just stand there and stare at you before they shut down and wander off. If he's standing there staring and I've waited a little while and he's still not doing anything, I might shift my body weight, or I might move just so I can get him to interact with the object one more time and just leave it at that. See, the more clicks he gets, the more he tries. There's a famous game, shaping game called 101 Things to Do with a Box. Pretty much what you're going to do is you're going to get a box that's actually big enough for the Dane to do something with. This is probably only big enough for 2 front feet. And you're going to have a goal in your mind of what you want to achieve from this. You might just want to get 1 foot in. You might want to get 2 feet in. You might want to get 3 feet in. Whatever you do, make sure it's realistic and make sure it's safe. And when they're learning, you keep your shaping sessions very short, very encouraging, lots of clicks, especially when you're learning. Okay, as soon as I put this down, they're going to look at it, and that's when I'm going to start the session. Boy. Right now what he's doing is he's shifting the rear end of his body. This is actually from a different exercise that we've been using for rear end awareness. So he's trying to see if this is going to work in this scenario as well. I have paid him just a little bit earlier for doing it, but I'm going to ask him to do a little bit more with the actual box. See if he's going to try at least to get a back foot touching. Good boy. Good when I don't actually want to click. That's for a dog that's a little bit more experienced. He's got a back foot in, I make a big deal of it. Good. Yay! Good boy! That back foot didn't go all the way in, but definitely got close enough. Okay, Little can probably do more with this box because he's a smaller dog. Good boy. You can see my dogs have done a lot of work getting rewarded for 2 feet in. Yeah! Good boy. Good boy. There you go. Yeah, good boy! Very good. Very good boy. Oh, look at that! That's special. I don't even know what you're doing. Good boy. Good boy. Good. Very good boy. Good boy. Very good. Now, if he was doing this all the time, really reliable, like just running and getting into it, I could then assign a cue, such as, in the box, good boy, very good, come here, good boy, in the box, good boy. And that's how you use shaping to teach a dog something. So once they're reliably doing something, you then assign the cue as they're about to do it. Bing! Good boy. And you always proof it. You proof it from different angles and different situations, different environments and distractions. In the box.